free.
Definitely. I should text Brandon. I'm in Dallas right now. I'm in this.
Yeah.
Nah,
I couldn't even make scales this past year because I was recruited.
We call him Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide.
Mr.
Mr. Worldwide. What's up, man? Welcome to the first podcast, Scout Podcast. I'm Puda.
I'm CJ.
And this our guest today. He's a 2010 CT Gatorade Player of the Year, two-time state champion, New England Class A champion. He's a two-time New Haven Register All-State. If y'all don't know, New Haven Register All-State not even around no more. You had to be top 15 for that. Definitely had to be top 15 for that. His senior year in high school, he averaged 16 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 blocks. He had 6 triple-doubles his senior year. He's a 2016 Ivy League champion, 2016 Ivy League first team. He holds a Division I record, consecutive field goals, 30. And he's a Euro Basketball League Center of the Year in 2018. We got Brandon Sherrod.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, baby.
Appreciate you for pulling up.
Appreciate you having me.
Already, man.
Sir.
What's new, man? Tell us what's new. What's going on in your life?
Man, life has been good, bro. I can't complain. God's been good, man. I'm going into year 3 now, coaching back at Yale. It's been an interesting transition because I didn't think I was going to be coaching in any capacity. So to be back in a place where I won, then to win 2 back-to-back Ivy League championships, we're back to the tournament. Got 2 upset wins. It's been a blessing to be a part of. So I've just been really on that, and then trying to do some work in the community.
That's good.
To give back to the kids.
Okay. So let's talk about basketball. Like, so what was who was the person to put the basketball in your hand?
It really wasn't anybody. I can't even hold you. I was like 315 pounds as a freshman. I know Puda had the photo earlier.
We're going to drop that in the video. We're going to show the video.
Yeah.
We're going to show the picture.
Puda had the photo earlier, but I was a really heavy kid, so I was only playing baseball when I grew up. And so when I was a freshman, I was like 6'2", and my friends were like, "You're tall, so you should try to play basketball." So I tried out for the team, and I was trash. I'm not going to hold you. It was like really just because my friends told me to try out. And I'm lucky I had some coaches that believed in me. And I really just played freshman and JV my freshman year. But a lot of it was new. I think it was helpful, though, in the long term because some dudes get burnt out when they're young.
Absolutely.
And so I was grateful that I started at 14 as opposed to like 8 or 9.
8, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. When did you felt like basketball was your path? Like, this is something that I really wanted to do.
Yeah. I'd probably say after my going into my sophomore year.
Okay.
Because I lost like 100 pounds between that first and second year.
All right.
But you know how all like the young dudes now, they got trainers and everybody's just kind of working on their game every day. We just played every day. I sound like an old head even saying that. We was outside in Clover. Yeah. Shout out my guy Russell Payton.
Okay.
I used to be with Russ like every day in the summer, literally every day, from like sun up to almost sundown, between Clover and Nichols, and we just kind of like walked back and forth to see who was around.
Y'all graduated together, right?
Yeah, we graduated back in 2010 together. But after our sophomore year, we won a state championship, first time in Stratford high school history. And we had a coach come in who was a former coach at the University of Houston, Tom Penders, because we had a ring ceremony. And he asked like who number 35 was, and that was me. And he was like, yeah, you got a chance to play college basketball one day. And at that point, all I was doing was just like rebounding and playing hard, and I was still smoking some layups. But when he said that kind of sparked something to me and inspired me to keep working hard, and just kind of stayed the course from there.
Okay. So let's talk about Stratford High.
Let's talk about
Stratford High.
Let's talk about it.
So you're a kid from Bridgeport.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you go to Stratford High? Since you was a kid from Bridgeport.
See, most people are gonna look at this and think I didn't go illegally.
Okay.
I went to Stratford High legally. There's nothing illegal.
We gotta see the
about what I
papers.
did. So what happened was my mom and dad, they saw how public education was in Bridgeport. So my first year in kindergarten, I was in Bridgeport schools, and my mom applied to this program called Project Choice. It's now known as Open Choice. And so they basically take inner city kids and give them an opportunity to go to suburban towns and attend school there because it gives them a better chance of graduating and having some better future outcomes.
Right.
And there's 1,000 people that apply every year. There's only like 25 spots. So we just so happened to get a spot, and you had a choice between Fairfield, Westport, and Stratford. And I had family that lived on the south end. So my cousins and my aunt and uncle lived there. My grandpa also lived there, and my grandma on my mom's side. So it was an easy choice for my mom.
Right.
And that kind of changed the game. So I started off from first grade through high school, going to school in Stratford. And it was, Lordship Elementary, then I went to Stratford Academy, then I went to Worcester, and then from Worcester, the natural progression is you go to Stratford High. So that's how I ended up there.
Oh, Stratford High, okay.
Yeah. I would have been at Central though. I
Central.
would have been at Central.
Him, Rome, Chris
Yeah.
Cologne.
That'd have been an issue.
Yeah, that would have been tough.
That'd have been an issue.
Do you feel like you'd be the same player if you would have went there?
Definitely not.
No?
Definitely not. Yeah,
Okay.
because it just would have been a different. I would have progressed differently. I think the coaches that I had and the timing was almost perfect with the guys that I got to play behind.
Okay.
So like my sophomore year, we had Rob Dupree. He was like 6'3", 6'4",
Big dude.
but like he was super athletic and bouncy. They had like this dude Tom Massey who was like 6'7". He didn't even play a ton, but like he was different. So like I got to play against those guys and see them every day.
Yeah.
And then over time I got to develop. But if I had gone to Central, what was it, Big Andrew?
Andrew Victoria.
Yeah. So that would have been tough, but it would have been a different vibe.
Right.
I didn't want to press either. I wasn't trying to press. McLeod would have been wilding.
Speaking about running and pressing, I heard your freshman year. That's what I heard. I did my little Googles, Greg Langston voice. I did my Googles, and I heard freshman year Stratford High, you couldn't make the suicides. You couldn't do suicides.
Nah, I had nothing. It's funny, like I couldn't really go up and down the court like once without being out of breath. I'm gonna hold you. My pops used to be at my freshman games. I remember he used to be on the sideline being like, "Run!" I would just like stop. Because I literally could not. Like you get that feeling in your
Right. In your
gut,
side.
on your side when you're out of shape.
Yeah.
That was me. That was me for most of the year. But it got better. It's just you got to stay the course, man. I don't know. Like I'll get into talking about some keys to success, but I think one of the things that I'm grateful for is that adversity kind of early on because I still remember what that was like.
Yeah.
So after you kind of get through all of that and get on the other side of it, you're like, wow, it's crazy that was me. I'm still the same person, but that was me at that time. So
Right.
it was different.
So speaking about freshman year, did you make varsity?
I got the last varsity jersey at the end of the year. My coach got it, so I got to sit on the bench for states.
Okay.
And that was a big accomplishment for me. I remember my head coach came over and was like, "Hey, we got this last varsity jersey for you," and that one ended up being number 35, which I wore for the rest of my career.
Right.
So
That was my next question. Why number 35?
well, it was that because it was the last one, and that I just stuck with it. But also at the time, I really liked KD. And I thought that was a guy that I could
man.
I wanted to try to model my game after him. We ain't got the same game. That boy is different.
Yeah, he's different.
But I liked how the number looked. And I didn't want to wear 55. It just looked crazy to me.
Yeah.
So that was the number I ended up going with.
Okay. So sophomore year, how was that? Your sophomore year at Stratford High.
It was good because when I came back, I looked totally different. I shed all the weight, so I was like really athletic, but I didn't know how to use it. So there'd be a lot of moments where I play a game. I go up to, I should be dunking the ball, but I'm smoking layups because I had never dunked in the game before. So I didn't have that confidence. And I think if I at least had that mindset as a sophomore, I think that year would have gone differently for me. We still won a state championship. We ran off the second half of the year. We went undefeated and won SWCs too. But
What year was that?
That was 2008.
That's when
07, 08.
that was with Kwame and them.
Yeah, Kwame, Colin Ebron.
Colin, Colin,
Rob
left
Dupree.
hand. I remember Colin.
Yeah, we had some dudes on that team.
Yeah,
man.
Colin. Charles on that team. Jason
Charles
Charles.
was on that team. Russ and Jason Charles were like two of the best players in the area, arguably the state when they were coming out of elementary or middle school.
Russ was that guy.
Like Russ was already playing varsity minutes. Jason was like on the varsity team. He didn't even play freshman. They sent him down because he was bugging out in practice.
Okay.
but Jason was a
Charles.
varsity guard, strong, quick. So those dudes, like, I also got to learn from them.
Okay.
'Cause I wasn't the player that I am now by any means, but I think the biggest difference was just my body.
Okay.
And then I was given the opportunity for my head coach to start. So I go from starting freshman to starting varsity.
Your sophomore year, you started varsity?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough.
So
That's
it
tough.
was dope.
That's
It was
tough.
dope.
Then you start varsity, what? Your freshman year, sophomore year?
Yeah, but that's because we had to make some adjustments.
Yeah, we did.
Some adjustments happen.
Y'all had a squad though. I still remember our game at Notre Dame.
Wait, what game?
You wasn't
I
there.
wasn't there.
His
Oh, you
senior
weren't there?
year.
Oh, my senior year.
I never told you this, but you was my welcome to high school moment. I remember.
Wait, what happened?
It was my freshman year. It was my freshman year. They came to the crib to play us. And
It was turned up.
Packed out. Packed out.
Like I couldn't shoot at all at high school. Like my game was I'm getting to the rack. So Coach Vinny was like, Earl, why you not going to? I said, yo, you don't see this big dude down there? Like, what would you do? Like, you feel me? So I remember somebody missed a shot. He grabbed the rebound. I tried to get on top of him. Like, pause. I tried to get on top of him. The dude dunked on me, Marcus, and Arkell. Like,
Two hands?
yes.
was
So,
different. Two-hand dunks
yo,
only.
so
Two-hand dunks?
we go to school. We gonna go to school the next day. They see me, Arkell, and Marcus in the hallway. So we walking by the locker room. So we walking by the lockers in the school. So they would come like I'm walking by the locker. Somebody would come dunk on me. They'd be like Brandon Sherrod, and I'm like, man, I will never talk to him again, bro. But like that was my welcome to high school moment. I'm like, yo, this is real.
Was that senior year?
That was his senior year. I was a
Yeah.
freshman.
And you know,
okay,
you know
okay.
what part of that was too? I think it was either the year before, or it might have been that same year. Y'all came to our place, and it was a game. It was actually a pretty good game. So we were like, we can't let that happen.
That's when like they had Trey.
Yeah,
Trey
Trey
was
as
a
well.
freshman.
That's right. That's
It
right.
was
Trey was a
Trey.
freshman?
Yeah.
It was Trey. Was Greg
Arkell.
there? Was Greg DeSantis there?
No, that was the year before. That would have been my junior year. So Greg I think he was a senior.
Because he graduated when I got there. So
Yeah, that would have been my.
that was your junior year, right?
Yeah, that
so
was my junior year.
so he played y'all at Stratford High.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was my welcome to high school moment.
Yeah, man.
That was
Good times.
Yo.
Good times for us.
Nah, yeah, definitely. Like, and we still talk to this day. Like that was crazy, man.
So I got a quick question about high school.
Yeah.
What was your favorite high school game?
Wow. Honestly, bro, it's probably got to be either. It's definitely us winning the SWC championship my senior year against Newtown. And
Who they have?
Newton
they
had a boy that was cold. He was
really
cold.
tough. I forgot his name.
I got a picture. I remember
Yeah,
him.
he was,
He was
He
nice.
was like that. He was also in like that Connecticut Post, like super fit team.
Yeah, he was good.
And we played at their place and we won in overtime. And it was only because like Russ hit like a 3-pointer with like time expiring. My coach was trying to call timeout. Russ hits a 3. We beat them in OT. Too close for comfort. We played them at Massac for the SWC championship. And we're down like most of the game, and we just ended up making a comeback. I think I had like 20 and 20 in that
20
game.
and 20.
But I recall like the year before we had lost to Kobe in the semifinals of the SWC championship or quarterfinals. It was like really early exit, and I just really wanted to win, and I worked super hard, and my team I worked really hard. And I was just real emotional after that game. I remember crying after the game. That was the first time I actually felt emotions like
Emotional
that.
about basketball.
Yeah, so that was the one that I think I remember the most because we had to come back, we had to figure it out. And it was a well-deserved win. That'd be the one.
Okay. So would you consider your junior year at Stratford High like your coming out party to the state of Connecticut? Like,
Yeah.
I'm Brandon Sherrod. Like, I'm that guy.
Yeah, because it was finally my team. Like the seniors that we had my sophomore year, those are the dudes who kind of led the way for the state championship. And we contributed, but like those were the dudes. And then my junior year was me, Russ, and Jason. Like that was the big 3. And so we were like, well, we have to establish ourselves. And we were disappointed because we lost in the quarters we went undefeated in the regular season, lost in the quarters of SWC, and then lost in the quarters of the state tournament to Jordan Williams in Torrington.
Jordan
It was
Williams.
super
Jordan
tough.
Williams.
He went to Maryland.
He went to Maryland. He was like 6'10".
Yeah.
Oh, word?
He scored over 1,000 points in the season.
Yeah, he was tough.
damn.
You know, in the short CT season, that's
Yeah.
what he like 40, 50 breaking backboards. But we lost to him and his brother. But yeah, junior year was definitely that was the first. I went all state that year for the first time, in academic all state. So that was like kind of the start of everything.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Staying in high school, who would you say was like the toughest player you played against in high school?
Yeah, I was going to ask who's
Man,
that guy?
I can't even hold you, and we didn't even play him, but Greg Langston. And I can't even hold you. G was different because he was good from like the time we were in 6th grade.
Naturally
like,
good.
Just really good. Like had good feel. Was already kind of like similarly sized.
Yeah.
Was a tough guard. Had gone to like UNC camp and all this stuff. Like I'd only heard about the legend of Greg and seen him play a couple times, but G was always like ahead of his time with his skill set and his size. Because most dudes that size would have played big man.
Big man.
Yeah. So him being like a 6'3" guard and like getting to it. That was a dude I thought was always like one of the best players in the state for sure. So yeah, I would say G. In our league, I'm trying to think, man. I can't even hold you. I don't even know if I can answer that question. I really thought the best guys were the guys on my team. Like I think Russ Payton was ahead of his time too. People don't talk about Russ enough.
Russ was nice. Like I remember I used to go to the Sheen Center with Carl. Like and we used to go, like when I played Kobe and I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Like and he like, that's Russ Payton.
Yeah.
Like and I'm like, yo,
He was
he's
like
that guy. Yeah.
Ronnie Under was another guy.
Ronnie was good too.
Ronnie was really good.
Did you play against T.J. Robinson or no?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah. Let's talk about dudes who graduated with. TJ actually might have been the best. He looked like he was going to the league.
T.J.
everything he
was
could do.
Ty Crane from,
I heard he was
from
the issue.
Coach Carter.
He was 6'8". He had like that slingshot,
Yeah.
lefty shot. He's still a pro now. He's still
Yeah, he
was,
almost 40.
Yeah, he looked different.
Real talk.
His skill set looks like the guys in the NBA.
Yeah,
Right.
With what he could do. And then Kobe at that time was loaded with all the talent that they had. So
was Moyen there?
Moyen was there. DJ was there. Trying to think who else was on that team. Dominique Langston. Oh my God. Dominique might be the other one.
He was a man child.
Yeah.
Dominique, 6'5",
Like
point guard.
those three guys were ahead of their time.
He's a 6'5".
Kevin Baskin. I didn't
He's a
play against
6'5"
him either,
point guard.
another dude. So
Issue.
Yeah.
those would be the guys in my opinion.
Do you remember the time me and you first met?
Nah, you gotta tell me about that one.
The time me and Brandon first met was we went to a St. John's game
Oh, that's right.
at the
The
Garden.
Yeah.
And I was with Carl.
On the trip.
I was with Carl. We had the white van.
Yeah.
And I'm
I feel
so
like Carl parked that joint.
yeah, yo,
Was Miggs there too?
No.
Yeah,
He
Miggs was
would
there
do
too.
that.
I remember that.
it was
joint.
me, Carl, Brandon, Mr. Sherrod, and Miggs. And I'm like, I think I don't know what grade I was. I'm probably like in seventh grade. And Carl like, you about to pick up this guy named Brandon. I'm like, all right. I'm thinking Brandon. I'm thinking like a little white boy, blah blah. We get to Brandon crib. It's a 6'6" dude. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta get in the back. I gotta get in the back. Like, you feel me? And ever since then, it's like I was following your game, and I'm like, yo, like he can make it far. And obviously, look, you did.
appreciate
You
that,
make
bro.
it far, bro.
Appreciate it.
You feel me? Like your high school time was legendary. Like even though it was 3 years, but them last 2 years was legendary. So I tip my hat off to you, man. I definitely tip my hat off to you. So ending your high school career, like your senior year, like did you have any offers?
Yeah, I had a bunch of offers. I had the one that was probably the best was Davidson at the time.
Steph Curry.
This was like right after Steph Curry had kind of gone on that run.
Right.
And their head coach had come to one of our state tournament games, and he called me, offered me. But I didn't have a chance to go see the campus. You know, I didn't really have a chance to assess like if that was the best decision for me.
Right.
I had some offers from like A10 schools like St. Bonaventure, UMass, Stony Brook was on me pretty heavy.
Okay.
And now their head coach is at Rutgers now, Steve Peichel.
Facts.
Then I had like NJIT, Sacred Heart offered. I actually took an official at Sacred Heart, but it was literally like 2 minutes from my parents' crib.
Right.
Like I
It's
remember
like you were staying home.
Yeah, so I remember we went to a party for the official visit. It was like down the street from my grandma's crib. I was like, I'm too close. I'm
Oh yeah, too close.
Yeah,
that's
like
too
I
close.
said, I'm on the west right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got me on the west right now for this party, but I go to the north end. I'm home.
You can walk
Right.
home. Yeah, you can walk home
So
from the party.
I wasn't necessarily, super happy about everything that I had, but I could have made a decision to go to, college right out of high school as opposed to going to prep school.
Okay. Okay. So what we want to know is why Yale?
Yeah. It's funny, like I didn't even want to go there. So the story goes like this. My head coach and my associate head coach come to see me at Stratford High in the guidance counselor's office, and they're like, we like your game. We think you would be a good fit for us, but we think you should go to prep school for a year to kind of acclimate yourself to what the life is going to be like at Yale. So I was like, well, you're telling me to do a postgraduate year? Like, what's a PG year? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Because at the time, like everybody reclasses.
It's a foreign language back then.
Foreign language. So like, I'm thinking this is ridiculous. Like, I'm good enough to go. I'm about to be I'm the Gatorade player.
Hell yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
We're going to get back to that, too. We're going to get back to that.
So I'm like, well, do I have to commit to you guys if I go to this and do this prep school thing? And they were like, no, but obviously we would like to have you, be a part of our program. So in my mind, I was like, Yale? I was like, basketball team
yeah.
stinks. Like, I'm not trying to go to Yale.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
kidding me? Like, I'm not thinking about the academic piece. I'm not thinking about the longevity piece. None of that.
Right.
Basketball.
You're a 17-year-old kid.
Think about basketball.
So they leave, and I'm just going to do my thing. And what it was they were super persistent, and they cared about, my development as a young man. And my associate head coach, Matt Kingsley, who was the first person to reach out to me, he's a dude that, really believed in my ability.
Right.
And I always had a chip on my shoulder because I was an undersized big man. Trying to play in the post. Everybody's underestimating me. If I was in New York or Boston, I probably would have had way more offers.
Absolutely.
But because I was in CT, and as y'all know,
Yeah.
we don't get our due
At all.
So there's that piece. And then the other piece was like, it's one of the best academic institutions in the world. I have aspirations of, running for political office one day. That's the place where most of our presidents have come from in some capacity, either went to law school or undergrad. And then, for the things that I love to do musically and the arts, it's a great liberal arts education. And so that mix was the reason why I made the choice. And I also thought, I'm going to be able to play right away as a freshman.
Absolutely.
As opposed to going to some of these other places and like sitting and having to figure it out. So
Right.
that's what made the decision. But I did not want to go. I wanted to go to Georgetown.
Ooh.
That was my dream school.
And yeah, it's not too far from home.
No, it's also down the street, right?
It's not too far
another
from
big
home.
piece. My parents wanted, I got my parents and my sisters and other family members. I wanted them to see me play.
Right.
So
You had something about the Gatorade?
Yeah. For starters, I didn't know you was Gatorade Player of the Year.
oh, word.
I didn't know that.
Do your
but
Googles.
you're right. I gotta start doing my homework.
Googles.
I gotta start doing my homework. But tell me, what was that like when you found out you was Gatorade Player of the Year?
It was a shock.
Right.
It was a shock. Cause I never looked at myself in that light. Like I think sometimes people do things just for the accolades that they're gonna get. And I
Right.
was just working hard. Like I was literally every day playing as hard as I could with the skill set that I had at the time, and hoping for the best and knowing that I had to continue to work hard.
Right.
It wasn't like I'm, vying for Gatorade Player of the Year or trying to be all state. It was like, no, like I am just trying to work. So my coach called me. I still remember I was at Starbucks in Stratford. He called me. He was like, hey, just want to let you know you're Gatorade Player of the Year. I was with my girlfriend at the time at Starbucks. I was like, my coach just called me and told me I'm Gatorade Player of the Year. I was like, this is
Hope
crazy.
you got free
Almost
coffee
left
that
there.
I was
day.
like, this is crazy. Right, exactly. I was like, this is crazy.
Fucking Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah, and I didn't really even understand the magnitude of that either.
Right.
So I was just like, okay, this is a great award. And it also is due to like community service work and other things that you do outside of just the basketball piece.
Right.
And so because I was involved, I think that made it easier. But no, it was an amazing accomplishment, and I'm grateful for it. But yeah, I never thought that was going to happen.
Oh, that's dope, man.
So now we're gonna stay in the college lane. Like, what was the transition from high school to college, like class wise and like athletic wise?
Yeah, it was really tough, man. I can't even hold you. First of all, if you go to an Ivy League school, you gotta be a true student athlete.
Right.
Like people talk about it, and I'm not trying to diss other schools. Like obviously kids gotta get their work done. But I've taken classes at other universities or sat in on lectures, and the type of rigor academically that's at Yale and some of these Ivy League institutions is it's insane. It's next level.
Right.
Then you got to figure out like how to manage your time. And luckily, my coach for the last 27 years he's been coaching, he's had practice from like 4:15 or so to like 6:30, so we can get classes in before that time and get out to go to like section and also go to eat dinner.
Right.
So he had that established and set. But I didn't know what the workload was going to be like, and I didn't know how to manage my social life, and then also the extracurriculars outside of basketball, like singing. I tried to do a cappella my first semester, and I realized, okay, after practice, I got a cappella rehearsal, and then I got to do my homework, but I'm tired.
Yeah.
So my academics were terrible first semester. Terrible.
Right.
For like that first month or two. So that transition was hard, but you figure out how to make it work, and then you got to just get a routine. I think that's been the biggest thing in my life is like figuring out how to optimize my life, just doing some of the same things every single day. That usually leads to some success, but it was a really tough transition for me.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how can I word this?
What's the question? I'll word it for you. What you trying to get across?
No. So do you feel like it was challenging, like your first semester? Like did you go into there thinking like, all right, like, because you all stay academically too in high school. Like, did you go in there like, man, I got this, or did you like, man, this might be a little challenging?
Yeah, I think I went in with the former saying like I got this, and then I realized that I didn't have it by myself. Right. Like I needed some help, and the thing that Yale has is like a lot of resources for you if you are struggling academically. And I think a lot of it was just the amount of time that I dedicated to my classwork. Because I was trying to be like the social freshman. I was like, I'm the cool guy.
Yeah,
I
okay.
was looked at as like this freshman that's coming in that nobody wants to hang out with or chill with.
Right.
And so I had to realize that it was okay not to be cool. It's okay to just be in your books and get it done. And sometimes you need rude awakenings, like having a rough GPA that first semester to wake you up a little bit. But I definitely thought it was going to be easier than it was, and I was shocked a little bit when I started taking classes.
Going back to basketball.
Yeah.
What was your welcome to college moment?
Man, it probably was like my official visit at Yale, to be honest with you. Before I even stepped foot on campus, we played pickup with the guys. And again, I'm coming off Gatorade Player of the Year. I'm playing it now in the knapsack. I'm feeling good. Those dudes killed. I was just slow. I was slow, and I didn't have good feel, and I wasn't prepared for the change in speed in the game. Like every level, you have to improve on your decision making in real time. So in high school, there's a certain pace that people play with, and certain decisions that you can make based on the level of players that you're around. So I was like, okay, cool. I already dominated that. So like, what's next? And I go to New England. I'm like, okay, I kind of figured this out. But college is different. And when I became a pro, it was different too. So that was probably like the welcome to college moment, and then realizing like some of the moves that I was doing.
It ain't gonna work. It's not working.
Yeah,
it's
so
not working.
I had to really work on my game and figure out how to just like exist, because we also had a system offensively at Yale. So if you don't really know what you're doing early on, like you're just kind of running around.
Yeah,
right.
So you had to kind of adhere to that too. So I would say that was probably my like welcome to college moment, to be honest with you.
Okay. Backtracking. Did you go to nationals with Carl that year when they won it?
No, so I wasn't with Future Stars.
Okay.
But I played with that. So it was Future Stars. It was Connecticut Basketball Club.
Yep.
Or no, CBC
CBC.
Basketball Academy.
No, CBA. Yep, CBA.
So
Black and purple.
And that was with a lot of dudes from Bridgeport, like
Yeah.
Juan, Jermaine, freaking Ronnie was on that team. We had a white boy named Ryan, who was like from the Fairfield area.
Went to Ward.
We had Max.
Max Coleman.
Yeah, Max Coleman. Germ
They had
was on
Foley.
that.
You had Foley? Yep,
Yeah,
they had
Germ was
Foley.
on that team. We had some dudes on that team, actually. Andrew played with us for a couple weekends.
Yeah.
Big Andrew. So that team was actually really good, and we won some games that I
Yeah.
don't think we were supposed to win, just because we were like undersized. But yeah, that was a good squad. That was literally my first AAU team too.
I was about to say that. So you didn't play AAU like growing up?
No, like my freshman and sophomore year, nobody wanted me. So it was like after my sophomore year, we won the state championship. I remember going to tryouts like literally that Sunday, the day after we won the state championship.
2015 was when you showed it to the public.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah, that was the first time some people even knew that I sang. So
Shit, me too.
Then you played Joseph in a play or something?
yeah. Yeah, this dude be doing his research, bro. I'm crying.
Yo, that's what I heard.
Yo.
I heard Mr. Rod was a screenwriter.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, yeah, my mom, shout out my mom's, man. She's so creative. So my mom wrote like a bunch of plays and musicals, and she was making original music. So I was Joseph in the Christmas play. It was a Christmas story, and I had to sing a bunch of songs and act. And this was like happened for a couple Sundays, and so that was honestly some of my first introduction to the arts. Being in church and doing that. And I learned a lot because you're kind of forced to.
Okay. Let's talk about the pro life.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the pro life.
Yeah.
How was that? Like, is it like, you know how like when you're in high school, colleges come to you and like, I want you to play here, play here.
Yeah.
Was it like that for pro as well?
Yeah. So first you got to get an agent. So
Was that hard getting an agent?
it can be. It's hard finding the right guy. I think that's the biggest thing. Like dudes, I talk to all these guys now who are coming out of college and trying to figure out how to play overseas or saying that they want to do it.
Yeah.
But you have to get a good agent that cares about you, that's going to promote you well, that's going to keep you in the loop with like what he's working on. And I signed with the agency out of college because it was the first agency that reached out to me. And the agent that I had was with a good agency, but he just didn't know how the game worked. He didn't have enough connections. So he was he was a younger agent. So I went to a showcase. I did exactly what I needed to do in the showcase. Nothing. So I'm at home. I'm like, yo, this ain't working out. And I had another dude, who became my agent, Matt Slan from Toronto, Canada. And he had told me, he had come to see me at a game when we played Columbia for the Ivy League Championship. Came up to me after the game, was like, hey, like I want to stay in contact. I saw this same guy at the showcase that I went to in Vegas.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you ever need anything, like reach out to me. So I ended up reaching out to him, signed with him, and I didn't really leave until October, which was like 3 games into the season. But he was a dude who had been my agent for the rest of my career. So I'm grateful for him because he was always keeping my best interest in mind.
You still talk to him to this day?
He texted me yesterday for my birthday. He was like, "Yeah, what's good?" He was like, I just want to say happy birthday. So that's my dog. Like we talk pretty often.
That's good.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah. So it's not always bad. Like some people have stories where their agent did them dirty or like took some money from them or like wasn't really working for them or had no connections.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case with Matt at all. He was always a good dude.
Okay. So let's talk about coaching.
Yeah.
What made you like, you know, you're still young. You just you know, you just turned.
I could still be playing.
Yeah,
right.
you just turned Jesus age. You just turned Jesus age. Like, what made you retire at an early age and say, you know what, I want to coach?
Yeah, I never thought I would be a coach. Like, I totally did not think that was going to be my career.
So we did speak about that.
We did, yeah.
We did.
Yeah, so like I was always thinking I just want to transition out of my career seamlessly. Like I want to have a job set up so when I'm done playing and I know I'm done playing, I could just flow into something without, skipping a beat.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not trying to miss out on bread. I'm not trying to miss out on experiences. I'm not trying to miss out on opportunities. And a lot of your time overseas, you got so much time on your hands. So I was always thinking about ideas of like how I could level up or things I could start, etc. And so I had signed already to go back to Israel. And I left super late my last season in like February. I killed. I did my thing. I re-signed with that same club, got the money that I wanted. My agent was like, this is great. Like you just had like a kind of resurrection of your career. Like I'm really excited for you. So I'm going into the summer, already taken care of, good money. Coach calls me, he's like, hey, you want to come join the coaching staff? I'm like, bro. I'm like, I appreciate you, but I already signed with the team. He was just like, think about it. And so I had been praying for and thinking about transitioning out of basketball seamlessly. I've been talking about it for years.
Right.
And this was an opportunity for me to have to skip, the rat race of being maybe a Division III coach, a Division II coach, or starting somewhere else. It's like I'm an assistant coach at a Division I school that I went to.
Yep.
I know exactly what these kids are going through. Obviously, I got to learn the recruiting and how we do things, but a lot of it's the same system that we've had. So
right.
And it was just like, it's one of those opportunities. You can't
pass that up.
Like it's Yale. I'm back home, near my family.
Mm-hmm.
I got a good job. Like, I got benefits.
Yeah, that's good.
So like that was some of the decision making process. But I never would have thought I'd be a coach. I can't even hold you. I thought it was gonna be something else.
Right. Like what?
It was either gonna be like public speaking, educational consulting. Starting something on my own and just doing like the basketball training thing, but then having all these different sort of branches from that.
Okay.
I'm still doing a lot of those things now, using my platform for that, but I just didn't think coaching was like
coaching would be the first thing.
Right.
Like, I thought about consulting. I thought about like getting into sales. People had always told me to do like sales, but I was like, I don't know, that's super volatile. So yeah, it just happened that way.
Right. So back to the coaching, like what is recruitment like for you? What is a day in the life for recruitment? AAU wise.
Man, in the summer, it's OD. It's OD. I think I maybe had like 3 weekends this summer that were like free.
Definitely. I should text Brandon. Yo, I'm in Dallas right now. I'm in this.
Yeah. I couldn't even make scale this past year because I was recruiting.
We call him Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide.
One of my homegirls, she said she played pimping all over the world.
That's
crazy.
Yo, your passport might be crazy. Your mileage is crazy.
But recruiting is so you basically you leave on like a Wednesday.
Right.
So say there's a tournament over the weekend.
Right.
You either leave like Wednesday night so you can get settled, and then on Thursday the games start.
Yeah.
And you're basically in a gym from like
all day,
8 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Right.
And people think when I tell them I'm going to recruiting, they're like, "Oh, that's so fun! You get to watch basketball for a living," and it is dope to an extent. But sometimes you're watching some really bad basketball, like terrible basketball, or you really like a kid who you saw him in high school, or somebody on the staff has a kid that they want you to evaluate and see. And sometimes those kids kill it, and you can confirm that they're good. Sometimes they're trash, and you're like, "Wow, I just came down to evaluate you." Or they're on a team like if they're at EYBL or Adidas, they don't play. Right. And so you might see them play like 3 minutes.
That's not enough.
Like, man, this kid is nice in high school,
right?
But in AAU, he's not doing nothing. So you got to figure out like, you got from the things that you see in like warm ups, from the things that you hear from other people, and what you believe to be true. You got to kind of create this narrative of a kid,
right?
And then you have to present him to your head coach, and then if he likes him and he gets that blessing, then you can move along, offer him, and then you go from there. So. But it's not like it's not a perfect science, but it is like a really tedious thing because you're just in the gym all day.
Yeah,
right.
And it's like you could like him, and he turns out to the player that how can I say it? Like you go recruit him, you tell your coach, "Yo, this is a good player."
Yeah.
And then when he gets to there, and it's like he's not the player that you've been telling your coach about.
Absolutely.
And it looks like it falls on you.
Right. But I will say my coach, he trusts our opinion on guys.
Okay.
And I think early on when I first started coaching and recruiting, I was like, I don't know if I should bring this kid up, even though I was like, yo, he's good, you know. And I've seen basketball at every level.
Right.
I've seen it at the top high school level. I've seen it at the top
college
level. I've seen it at the top professionally. So when I see a kid, I'm like, okay, well, this kind of checks. Like this looks similar to what I've seen.
Right.
And so I had to start trusting my eye. There's a couple kids that we haven't gotten. There was a kid I remember he was at Iona Prep in New York. And I saw him at like an open gym. I was like, yo, this dude kind of reminds me of like Kyle Anderson. Like he's got like this like slower game. He got handle. He's got a midi. And I told my coach about him. We had already filled our class for the year. And I was like, yo, we should maybe go to prep school. So I bring the kid up on campus. And I got him connected to a prep school out in Boston. And I was recruiting him. And then he started going to that prep school. This dude is like top 30 in the country right now. Right. And if I had not sent him to the prep school, he would have still been at Iona Prep. Maybe he went to do a PG year, and maybe he could have been at Yale. Maybe. Maybe. But like I was trying to trust my gut. And my coach ended up sending me a video of him on Instagram and was like, you were right about him. Yeah. So, you know, those sorts of stories, you know, give me more confidence in the process, but it's an imperfect science.
Right. So for the kids at home, like, what do you look for in a player that you're recruiting?
Yeah.
Speak about that.
Yeah. So first and foremost is like baseline skill set.
All right.
Like, can you shoot the ball? Can you handle the ball? Do you know when to pass the ball? Like, do you have good IQ? Are you a good defender? What positions can you defend?
What positions do you play?
Exactly. So this is the one thing me and C talked about this. And a lot of kids are tweeners. Like, you can't put them on the court. Like, you got kids that are like, okay, is he a 1 or is he a 2? He doesn't really shoot it that well, so maybe he can't play the 2, but he's too small to be a 3. Yeah. And like he does a few things like okay, but he doesn't do anything that's elite. So like, what's his elite skill set that translates to the next level? Athletically, where are you at? You know, like, can you get up and down the court? Can you jump? You know, your metrics are important. If you're a smaller guard, you got to be able to guard 90 feet and defend and be pesky, and then also find guys and knock down open threes. Like, if you could do that at a smaller guard rate, you have a chance of maybe getting looked at. Maybe.
That's a chance.
That's a chance, right? So then you got to think, okay, if I'm looking for a big man, they got to be able to shoot a little bit. Yeah, unless you're dominant and very athletic, like, you got to be able to shoot a little bit for our system. That's what we're looking for. So I think for kids, self-awareness is really key. For parents, self-awareness is really key because there are people who are telling their kid that they're, you know, the best thing since sliced bread. Yep. And it ain't the case. And then they reach out to us, and it's like, this is a waste of your time. This is a waste of my time, and you're not good enough. But if you were more self-aware, then you would know exactly which level you should be trying to push yourself and promote yourself at, and then you can go from there. But it's really it's really simple. Like, people think it's like, I don't need to see you do a step back. I don't need to see you score 20 on like a bum team. Like, I just need you to actually look like a person that could fit
in our system.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Like, a lot of kids out here do stuff for the highlights. Like,
some kids have highlights with just them shooting free
throws.
And running.
Like, and I'm like, yo. And then, they get a transition layup. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. If you slow-mo the transition layup, that's at least 7 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Highlight tape.
Like, everyone has a highlight tape now. Like, I mean, like, I'm old, but I'm not old. But, like, we had to get our highlight tape from CDs. We had to put the CDs and I remember I would put my CD in and get my notepad and be like, 6:14, I scored the layup. Yeah. I write that down and give it to the person so they can make that highlight tape. Yeah. It wasn't people coming to the games like that. Like, back in the day, you had to be elite. You had to be elite to get a highlight tape.
Right. I have a highlight tape.
Like, he's a Connecticut Connecticut Gatorade player of the year, no highlight tape.
None of my guys had a highlight tape. Like, dudes who were like really elite, like, we can't even go back on YouTube to find nothing.
You can't. Like, you had to be elite to get a highlight tape. Now, people paying people $50 to get a highlight tape. Like, it's crazy.
But that's what waters it down too. Like,
absolutely,
they just pay and then the talent's not there and it don't matter.
So now we're gonna get to a little fun part of the other segment. A little fun part of the segment. All right.
Get to it.
Okay. So we want to know from Brandon Sherrod's eyes, who's the top 5 players that come out of Stratford High?
Wow. This is hard because I'm not including myself. Russell Payton. Danny Powell.
coach? I forgot. Danny probably went there.
DP.
Ron Christie, because he scored a bunch of points and was like a multi-sport athlete.
Ron was tough. I work with Ron. He tough.
Yeah. Man, this is a hard one.
I mean, if you got to include yourself, that's all right.
No,
You got to.
I'll put me on that list. So that's 4. And then just like storied dudes.
One more spot.
You know, because I don't have as much knowledge of like guys in the past.
Yeah.
But I'd have to say like Shooty. Shooty's got to be up there for me. I'm trying to think of other dudes like or Jason Charles because he's a 2-time state champ.
I heard Frank Langston was that guy.
You know, I've never seen and he's on the board. He's on the board. But that's what I'm saying. I can't even pay homage to the old heads. I don't even know how people's games was.
Right.
So it's only like legend. But people that I've seen play and that I know, those would be the guys.
That's a solid list.
Yeah.
Shooty got to get his flowers too. Shooty came in
He
there.
won us the state championship game my senior year. I can't hold you.
He got a state chip?
Yeah, his freshman year.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's his freshman year.
And he hit a bunch of like really important jump shots. And Tommy Bida was on that team too. Tommy
Bida left us to go to y'all.
I know he did.
It's all right.
He came over to the. He was. That's
all right.
He not in that photo.
Yeah, nah.
I thought that was him on the right.
He in the back of it.
Okay,
Get him. I got to get him up there. Next question. Who are the top 5 players you ever played with?
Man, well, I gotta give two of the youngest on my CBC team, Andre Drummond and Chris Dunn. That team, we finished 4th in nationals, so that team was really good.
Wait, you played with CBC?
Yeah, so between the summer of my senior year and my post grad year, I didn't even know I was going to choke.
Yeah.
Like Adam Finkelstein, who runs all the recruiting report.
Shout out Casey Woodring.
He was at a state tournament. We had a state tournament game when I was playing for, I think it was it was CBC. Yeah. And we beat CT Elite to win the championship. And he came up to my parents after the game and was like, you should come to Choke and do a post-grad year. And that's how I ended up at Choke. But yeah, so Andre and Chris were on that team.
Yeah, they
Yeah. And they're both in the league doing their thing. So I would have to say those two guys. Like, this is ever in my life, or this is like
Ever in your life.
ever in my life?
So, like,
Yeah.
basically including you and 4. So, it's you and you got to bring 4 other killers with you.
Oh, yeah. So if it's those two, then I'm bringing Adam Smith, who was my rookie year teammate in Italy. He's played everywhere in Spain, top league, France. He averaged 25 as a rookie. He played at Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech.
tough.
I think he played at one more spot before that, but he was super tough, like undersized guard, but just like pure scorer. Played in Israel, top league, like really, really good player. And then the last guy would have to be my teammate overseas, Jason Seegers. He was in Israel, and this dude was like 38, average 25, like a very efficient 25, like 4 for 6 from 3. 5 for 7 from the field. Like, bro was elite. So I would say those are the guys, if I had to get my 5, guys that I've played with over the course of my career. Those are my dudes.
It's getting a little more interesting. It's getting a little bit more interesting.
It's getting a little more hot.
Yeah, a little red hot chili peppers. Now, these questions, this is called 7 for 7. You got, I'm asking you 7 questions. Who would you rather have?
Oh, man.
No, I don't think that was a question. I thought it was who was better.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I
Absolutely.
Who was better.
Y'all about to get me
My
in trouble.
bag, C. Blicky.
No.
Who you?
all right.
Yep. Who you taking? Who's better? High school Russ Payton or high school Laquan Mendenhall?
I'm taking Russ.
Whew. Who you taking, CJ?
I'm rocking with Laquan.
That'd be a good matchup, though.
But
I just know that Laquan, like, left to right cross is crazy.
and back then he was
In the midi was crazy.
that was automatic.
Yeah, I saw him go crazy in AAU like a lot of times.
Automatic.
A lot of times.
Anthony Ireland. This is just all around work.
Yep.
Anthony Ireland or Khalil Dukes?
I'm taking
Ain't a motherfucker,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean,
Go ahead.
no. I was gonna say I never really watched him play, so
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to give out this false narrative of.
He was actually pretty. He's I think they're about the same size.
Nah, ain't like
And
height
small-
wise.
Height wise, yeah.
Nah, I think Khalil a little taller than
A
him.
little taller. Okay,
Yeah.
so but Ant is like
He
powerful,
bald-headed
he's
now, so.
compact, like the finishing packages are kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's hard because both of them had amazing careers.
Right.
Khalil's still doing his thing. Shout out Khalil. He's
Yeah.
killing. But I think Ant gets a nod for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to say. It's like these are
Yeah.
again. Like, I'm about to get in trouble. Like Khalil finna watch this. He's like, hey, bro, what's good? Khalil's tough, bro.
I watch Khalil videos and my Achilles get torn trying to defend. I'm
And
like,
also, and
yo.
also in high school, like just talk about an absolute like menace offensively. Like my boy was going
Yo,
crazy.
he averaged 30 his freshman year.
Yeah.
Khalil.
Oh,
Yeah.
I used to
Confidence
watch him
crazy.
walk into the sheen and give DJ and them hell.
Yo.
Now I will say this though, like
Yeah, but they
Waterbury-
were sophomores.
Waterbury at the time, Ant was coming up was crazy though. Like the level of athletes and the CIAC at the time. Was
BJ Monterio.
It was different. It was different. And he also went to prep school at Winchendon, and then he ended up at LMU. And he's like, he's legendary out there.
Yeah.
Like, and his pro careers that both of them have had amazing pro careers and where they've played.
Right.
I don't know. That's a hard one, but I'm gonna give Ant the nod.
Okay.
Boom.
Man,
Sherrod Bentley or Freddie Wilson?
my God. Man. You know what? You know what's crazy is again I didn't see Sherrod play a lot, but I know the legend. And St. Joe's also had all these like little guards like Jameer Nelson was there, Delonte West.
Delonte West, yep.
So like
Jameer Nelson.
to be a part of that like guard pedigree, to me, and Freddie was also nasty.
A bucket.
And he was
bucket.
really fun to watch. Like he was so creative. It's a tough one. Man.
What school did he end up going to?
He went to Seton Hall, then he went to Drexel.
Drexel. Yeah.
Nah, he was a bucket.
That's a tough one, bro. Man, that's a tough one. Again, I got to keep it with the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep it with the port. I'm gonna say
Sherrod?
Sherrod. I'm gonna say Sherrod.
Okay. Evan Kelly or Chris Evans?
See, this is crazy, bro. Yo.
Listen, that's all him.
Yo, these is OD. These are OD.
Evan Kelly or Chris
From a
Evans?
scoring perspective, I give it to Ev. But from just like overall dog, like I'm on both sides of the ball. Actually, I'm gonna say Chris Evans
Chris.
because he led Stanford to an FCAC championship.
I
with him
remember
and
that was
Mark
at
Ellis-
Ward.
Him and Mark Ellis, and
They
I
beat-
remember
they beat
watching
Trinity.
the film against Trinity. I remember watching the film from that
08,
game, and Chris
09.
was giving these dudes fits.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Chris.
Okay.
Chris Dunn. Tremont Waters.
It's a tough one, man. Man, well, one's in the league, and one was
Well, I'm gonna say one was-
They both was in the league.
One was in the league.
Both was in the league.
Well, both was in the league.
Ah, man, that's a tough one, bro. I'm gonna say Chris because to go from Connecticut public schools to
Providence.
Providence, but also like
Top
McDonald's and Jordan, like
Yeah.
from New London.
Top
Yeah.
5 pick.
Yeah, he was number 4. Someone actually reminded me of that the other day. He was playing with the dude who was just on our team. He was in the training camp deal with the Clippers.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, like Chris was 4th.
Yeah.
Like, he was killing. He was like arguably National Player of the Year. So yeah, I'll give Chris the nod. And when he was young, he was just a dog. He was just a dog. Like again, both sides of the basketball. All the offensive game and that stuff that was like secondary to what he did defensively,
Right.
in my opinion. So yeah, I say Chris. Yeah.
That was a tough 7.
Man, that was
that was a tough 7.
I hope
That-
y'all did the same for all the rest of y'all guests.
Nah, that was a tough 7.
But my disclaimer, it was all him.
It was.
This guy,
It definitely was.
It's gonna be on Facebook.
Yo, it was. It's all love.
Definitely.
What be talking about?
But
bro?
this thing about it, if we named your names, just know you
Absolutely.
you a dog.
Absolutely.
Like you a dog. We recognize your game. Like you
Right.
feel me?
Yeah.
So this was the first episode. You know, shout out to Brandon Sherrod for coming out. You know, he
Yes,
got
sir.
a busy schedule. I appreciate
y'all,
you
man.
for coming out here. Thank you. Good luck this season. We definitely gonna come to a few games.
Yes, sir.
Win that Ivy League. Win that. Win that Ivy League.
that's
I'm going for the
cakewalk.
three-peat.
Yeah. Win that Ivy League. You know.
I'm running out of fingers.
Shit.
For these rings, you know what I'm saying? I didn't wear nothing today.
You should have at least
Nah,
one.
I like that.
keep that on the
Keep them
ground?
in the display case.
Underground. Okay.
I still got 4 years of eligibility left. I'm gonna fill out my fast for tomorrow. But nah, man, definitely, man. I appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Thanks for coming out.
Yes, sir.
man.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
y'all. And
We
shout
love-
out Scale, man.
Definitely, man.
Shout out
Definitely.
Scale. Doing-
Stratford.
Let me
Go
Let me
ahead,
say
bro.
something real quick, bro. Let me say something real quick. This for everybody. Like, Scale is so special for the state. Like
Appreciate
people don't understand. We talked about promotional company, Puda
Absolutely.
Promotions,
Puda Promotions.
LLC. You gotta get it going, bro. I'm
PP,
telling you,
double P.
anything you do has turned into gold. It's been good. Everyone's been safe. You know what I'm saying? It's
Absolutely.
been competitive. But I think Scale, the way that people show up and get ready for Scale
Yeah.
is OD.
Yeah.
Like if that is replicated in another state or on like a countrywide basis,
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that past you.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're doing it here and you're still staying true to the port
Absolutely.
and staying true to the people who are in the community and the mix,
Absolutely.
like that's love.
Thank
so
you, bro.
that's I just want to make sure I shouted that out.
Thank you, man.
And saying I
Appreciate
see
it.
you. I'm
Appreciate
proud of
it.
you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, C. You know what I'm saying? So like y'all my dogs.
Nah,
but I
appreciate it.
just want to say I'm proud of the both of you. So keep doing your thing.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Brandon's like LeBron James. You know, you never hear nothing bad about him in the media.